Okay, welcome in everybody to this deep dive.
Yeah.
We are tackling some pretty weighty stuff today.
Hmm.
It's all about the family, the family unit
Right. Yeah.
in the world today, contemporary society.
Mhm.
But the material we're looking at,
Uh-huh.
it takes a very, let's just say, particular approach.
Yeah.
It's looking at all of this through the lens of biblical prophecy.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes this so interesting for us today.
Right.
For you, the learner, this is a chance to really zoom in on this one perspective.
Yeah.
We're going to pull out the main arguments,
Mm-hmm.
the suggested courses of action.
Right.
And all of it comes from this unique way of seeing things.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
That- that-
The material we've been digging into,
Right.
it really leans hard on,
Yeah.
interpretations of certain passages from the Bible.
Mm.
And it basically frames a lot of what we're seeing right now
Yeah.
as part of this, they call it this predicted destabilization of the family unit and society as a whole.
Wow.
And that's what we're going to unpack.
Yeah.
So first up, let's talk about this whole idea of,
Yeah.
what they see as an erosion of biblical values
Mm-hmm.
and the family unit.
Right. So they're basically saying
Yeah.
that current trends in society
Yeah.
actually line up with things that were foretold in the Bible.
And it's not just a vague sense
Oh, no.
of things going wrong.
No, not at all.
They get very specific
Yeah.
with how they connect
Mhm.
these ancient texts to the present day.
And the way they do that is through these key verses.
Okay, so let's get into those.
Yeah.
First one they bring up is Micah 7.56.
Right.
And this verse talks about this total breakdown of trust,
Yeah.
even within families.
Even within families.
It says, son disavows father, daughter rises up against her mother.
Yeah, strong imagery.
Really intense stuff.
It is.
So what are they getting at with this?
Well, they're not just talking about, typical family arguments. The idea is that this loss of trust at the most basic level of relationships,
Yeah.
it's a symptom of a much bigger societal unraveling.
Right.
Something they believe was, anticipated, foretold.
It makes you think about the foundations of community,
It does. It really does.
Like what happens when those bonds start to fray. Then they bring up Matthew 24.0.12.
Okay.
And that one's about betrayal, hatred, lawlessness on the rise, love growing cold.
Pretty bleak, right?
It's a pretty dark picture.
Yeah.
How do they tie that to what's happening today?
So they're suggesting
Yeah.
that the basic moral and ethical framework of society, it's weakening.
Yeah.
They see these, these negative trends that we see, like rising crime rates,
Right.
more hostility between people.
Yeah.
And they see that as evidence of this prophetic decline.
So for you, the learner,
Yeah.
when you look at what's happening in the world, do you see echoes of these things?
Yeah, think about it. Do these themes resonate with what you're seeing?
And then the last one they bring up is 2 Timothy 3.1-5.
Okay.
And this one's, it's like a whole list
Yeah.
of negative traits. It describes people as lovers of self, disobedient to parents,
Right.
unholy, unloving.
Strong words.
It's intense.
It is.
And it even says to, avoid such people.
Wow.
That's pretty direct.
Yeah, it is.
So what are they saying about modern society by using this verse?
Well, they're painting a picture of a society that's really focused on individual desires,
Right.
lacking those traditional virtues.
Right.
And they argue that this self-centeredness and this disrespect for those fundamental relationships,
Yeah.
it was also part of what was prophesied.
So it seems like their goal here is
Yeah.
to get us, the listeners, to really look around and think about whether these interpretations of prophecy
Yeah.
are actually playing out in
Yeah.
our own lives, our communities.
It's not just about random bad things happening.
Right.
It's about a bigger preordained pattern.
According to this view.
Exactly.
Now, regardless of your personal beliefs about prophecy, I think it's worth asking yourself,
Yeah.
do these themes resonate with you?
Like these ideas of fractured relationships,
Right. Yeah.
increasing negativity, self-absorption.
Yeah.
Do those ring true when you look at the world around you?
What are some specific examples that come to mind for you?
Yeah, that's a good question to ponder.
So, moving on to the second big idea.
Okay.
This is about actively reinforcing biblical values within your own home.
In your own home.
They really hammer home
Yeah.
the idea that these teachings
Right.
need to be the absolute foundation of family life.
The cornerstone, yeah.
What's the reasoning behind that?
It's about being proactive.
Okay.
It's not just about having personal beliefs.
Right.
You have to actively weave those beliefs into your family life. It's like building that strong inner foundation.
And they use Psalm 78.4 to back this up, which says, "We will not conceal them from their children, but we will tell the generation to come the praises of the Lord."
That's all about passing down faith and values.
Exactly. And it's intentional.
Yeah.
It's a deliberate choice.
So they're saying that parents and caregivers have this responsibility to consciously pass down their moral and spiritual framework to the next generation.
It's about creating a legacy.
Exactly.
Okay, so what do they suggest people actually do?
Well, they get pretty practical.
Yeah.
They talk about having intentional conversations about the Bible, setting aside time for family Bible study, prayer and reflection.
Right, consistent engagement.
Exactly, creating those touch points.
Okay, and what's the goal with all this?
They have a two-pronged approach.
Right.
First, to teach children specific religious values.
Right. The what?
And second, to help them understand the importance of those values in today's world.
The why.
The why.
So it's both content and context?
Exactly.
And this makes you think about how any set of values is passed down within a family, right?
It does. It really does.
So they're advocating for a conscious and consistent effort to shape the moral and spiritual development of children through regular engagement with religious texts and practices.
Right.
Okay, now the third point shifts gears a little bit.
Okay.
It's about actively protecting your family from what they call the manipulative forces of society.
Yeah, it's a little more defensive, right?
Yeah, it's like they're saying, okay, now we got to put up some shields.
Yeah.
So what exactly are these forces?
They're worried about outside influences.
Okay.
That could undermine the family's values and beliefs.
And it's not like they're pointing fingers at specific groups.
Right.
It's more like these broader cultural trends and messages.
Right, like a general atmosphere.
And they use a couple of key scriptures here.
Okay.
The first is Romans 12.2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yeah, powerful stuff.
It's about actively resisting those outside pressures.
So what do you think renewing your mind means in this context?
It's like they're saying, don't just absorb what everyone else is doing. You got to actively cultivate a different way of thinking, one that's rooted in their faith.
It's about being critical, not just accepting everything.
Yeah, that's key.
Yeah.
Then they bring up Ephesians 6.10:18.
Okay.
This is the one about putting on the full armor of God.
Yeah, very vivid imagery.
It definitely paints a picture of spiritual warfare.
Like you're suiting up for battle.
Against these external forces.
Yeah, and that metaphor suggests that you need to prepare and defend yourself against anything that threatens your faith and values.
So what are some practical ways to do that?
Well, they say be aware of what your family is consuming, like the media they watch, the books they read.
Right.
Be conscious of the messages they're being exposed to.
So it's not just about knowing what they're watching or reading.
No, it's about evaluating it.
Okay.
They're saying teach your family to question the values and assumptions that are embedded in all these different forms of culture.
Don't just passively take it in.
Exactly.
And the key to all this, they say, is renewing their minds with God's word.
Right. Spiritual input as a form of defense.
Exactly. It's like building up your spiritual immune system.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so the fourth point is about standing firm in your faith and values.
Oh, okay. So we're building on that idea of protection.
Yeah, but now it's about being actively resilient and committed.
It's about steadfastness.
Exactly.
So what scriptures do they use for this?
They highlight 1 Corinthians 16.13, which says, be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong.
That's a pretty direct call to action.
It is. No ambiguity there.
What do you think act like men means in this context?
I think it's about courage, you know?
Yeah?
Vigilance.
Yeah.
Taking decisive action.
Like standing your ground.
Exactly.
It's saying that maintaining your faith requires real effort and strength, especially when you're facing opposition.
And then they bring back Ephesians 6.13.
The armor of God again.
Yeah. Therefore, take up the full armor of God so that you will be able to resist in the evil day, and having done everything to stand firm.
They're really emphasizing that verse.
They are, and I think it's because it highlights this idea that spiritual readiness isn't a one-time thing.
Right.
It's an ongoing process.
You got to stay vigilant.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for those tough times.
And stay true to your beliefs.
Exactly. And so the source encourages listeners to resist those worldly pressures and to actively encourage their kids to hold on to their faith.
To stay strong.
They even call the home a place of refuge.
The powerful image.
It is. It's like this sanctuary where these values are protected.
Nurtured.
And passed down.
A safe haven.
Okay, so the source wraps up with what they call one final thought.
Okay, let's hear it.
And it really brings everything together. They reiterate this idea that believers have a responsibility to actively work to restore and protect the family unit by centering their lives around biblical teachings and standing strong in their faith.
A call to action.
It is. It's like they're saying, don't just sit back and watch things happen.
Yeah, get involved.
And what's really interesting is how much emphasis they put on agency.
Right. It's not about being passive.
No, it's about taking ownership.
You have the power to shape things.
Yeah, and they conclude by saying that faith is the guiding principle.
Right.
Not just for families now, but for future generations as well.
A legacy.
It's like this anchor.
Go hold on to.
That helps you navigate the world.
Yeah, and all its complexity.
Yeah. And the things they see as dangers.
It's about resilience.
Exactly.
So to sum up, we've explored this perspective that interprets a lot of what's happening in society today through this lens of biblical prophecy.
Right, and they really encourage believers to take action.
To strengthen their families.
Yeah, by putting those biblical teachings front and center.
By being aware of negative influences.
And standing strong in your faith.
Exactly.
Now, for you, the learner, I think it's worth asking, what parts of this perspective resonate with you?
Whether you share those beliefs or not.
Right. Do any of these ideas ring true?
Like when you think about the challenges families are facing today.
Yeah. Do you see any parallels?
Even if you might interpret them differently.
And it's also interesting to think about how different belief systems or personal philosophies approach these core ideas.
Of family strength and values.
It's a complex topic.
It is.
And we've only scratched the surface.
Just one perspective.
Exactly. So keep exploring.
Yeah, keep learning.
And thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.